everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. From up top, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. And, Charles, an NFC North matchup here, the so-called black and blue division.
Atta baby, show that age.
It's going to be a battle in 2019 as well. Who do you like out of this division?
Well, Chicago is a defending champion, and they play defense as well as anyone in the league, so you have to like their chances to repeat. Minnesota thought they were going to run the division, had a rough year. That's not normal Vikings football. They'll get back into the fray. Green Bay had such an underwhelming season last year. They changed coaches, but they still have number 12 throwing the football. And Detroit, they're on a crusade to eliminate bad football and get back to being the Lions that roar.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback. Started his career as a Florida Gator, finished at Louisiana Tech. It's Jeff Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll has a good arm, but his athletic ability is the thing that really captures your eye. His ability to not just move in the pocket, but to be a part of a quarterback run game that can really break down defenses. That's what's impressive about when you see him.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And now the offense for Detroit.
Had a nice offseason chat with wide receiver Marvin Jones, who's excited about his opportunity to return to form after injury ended his year in 2018. Remember, in 2017, he led the NFL in yards per catch, and twice has been in the top 10 for receiving touchdowns in his career.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's McKissick, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
The strength of this Bears offensive line is a couple of Pro Bowlers, left tackle Charles Leno Jr. and center Cody Whitehair. And what a 2018 for Charles Leno Jr. Not only did he get named to his first Pro Bowl, but prior to that, actually proposed to his girlfriend on the field after the Bears clinched the NFC North. Fortunately, she said yes.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Here comes the Detroit Lions offensive unit again. A Detroit team that has been struggling this year, 3-7-1 after that Week 12 loss to Washington. And remember, Washington, that was just their 2nd win of the season. So now the Lions, whatever playoff hopes they may have had, those are gone. They will try to get their 4th win of the season on Thanksgiving Day as they host the Chicago Bears.
On the ready. Mike Popo.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run with McKissick. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Chicago Bears at 5-6 on the season. Their offense getting ready here for this next drive. But that 5-6 record keeps their slim playoff hopes alive with that Week 12 win over the Giants. And now a division game as they go to struggling Detroit to try to get another victory and get back to 500.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky, the screen pass here to Cohen. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go. Do it.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrett Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Trubisky brings the Bears on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Trubisky on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 2 minutes left to go. This one's surprisingly still scoreless.
Get him, boys!
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
44. Hey.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That sack by Khalil Mack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devon Kennard showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Single slot. Watch number 20.
Here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from long, very long range. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
How will they handle it? Let's find out. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.